The best ways to style wavy hair is actually quite simple, and that's what we're talking about in today's video. So let's start with the preparation of the hair. So depending on the hairstyle you have, it really depends on what products you're using, but for the most part, this is a kind of like, shorter to medium length type of hairstyle. And what I've done is I sprayed some water on it to try to create kind of the illusion of the hair being wavy. And the reason it's doing this is because of the layers. So if you do have straight hair and you're looking to create more of a wavy look, all you have to do is just scrunch it, right? Scrunching is taking your hand and squeezing the hair so that it's creating more of a looser type of tousled look, and that's what this is. So what I suggest doing is you need like a foundational spray. 25 spray, literally one of the best products for any sort of styling. Spray it in, it helps with static, right? Which is something that's great. It helps fight static and flyaways. So there's your foundation. And this is right after you get out of the shower. And I don't suggest taking a towel, right? Or the towel and just going crazy and rough drying your hair. I don't suggest doing that because it's gonna create a big frizz ball. What you should do is just literally lightly blot your hair, or kind of squeeze the excess water out in the shower and just lightly blot it so that you're not creating a big mess. The next thing I suggest is using Tidal Wave, which is our #1 selling product. It's a sea salt spray, and what you want to do is you spray, let's say about 10 spritzes, right? And you want to let that cover the entire part of the hair. Then, depending on what you want to do, you can just leave that, and that's going to give you really nice texture. It's going to help let the hair air dry into a shape with some volume and that beachy type of look. If you want to take it a step further, then I would suggest something like the crafted blow dry cream or styling cream. I would do 2 pumps of it and work it through the fingers, right? And then the palms. So you've got it nice and creamy. And this is the key to this whole thing, is when you go in and you style it and you scrunch it, because the Tidal Wave sea salt spray and the 25 spray and now the crafted cream is all working together so that you can distribute it throughout the hair. Now, you see what I'm doing is I'm going in, I'm working it through, but then I'm also scrunching like this. I'm not rough drying like that, because that's gonna just make a big mess if you're not doing it properly, okay? Instead, what I'm doing is you could run the product through, then start to scrunch the hair like this, all right, to get that style and that shape into place. Depending on, again, this is with straight hair, okay? If you have wavy hair already, then this is just gonna be a piece of cake. It's the same exact steps. Lastly, what you wanna do as far as the styling, and this is the, even though it's the last step, it's the most important, it's the drying process. I always suggest letting the hair air dry. For curly hair, for wavy hair, because it's gonna dry just into shape like this. Whatever you're doing when it's wet or damp, that is how the hair is going to dry into that style with more volume, right? So these pieces are gonna come down. This movement is gonna come down. It's gonna look just like this, but fuller, and it's gonna have more texture. Or you can use the diffuser. What the diffuser does is it diffuses the air, and it makes it so it's not blowing just forceful streams of air at the hair, right? So what it does, just gonna lower this down, is you can just use this without even using your hands to go in and to lightly dry the areas. Now, if you are gonna use your hand, you can scrunch a little bit, but the more you scrunch and the more you mess with the style while doing this, it's going to create more of a chance for it to get frizzier and things like that. So that's why I suggest doing the style and the pre-styling before you do this, and just let the diffuser do all the work, okay? And then what I like to do, believe it or not, at the very end is I will go back when it's pretty much close to being dry, and I'll just spray one more spritz of, or a few more spritzes of Tidal Wave just to kind of tame it, right, and to seal it down, and then we're good to go. So you can get this type of look if your hair is straight. You need to have layers in your hair. Layers are basically, it's a technique. Layering is a technique that removes weight and it creates shorter lengths throughout the entire haircut. As you can see here, there's the length right there. There's the length. It's not the top of the hair goes all the way down to here. That's one length. You don't want that. If your hair is wavy, then that's still cool, but you're gonna get the most out of your look by having layers. And if you use code YouTube20, you get 20% off. That's YouTube20, 20% off your purchase at shop.thesalonguy.com, and also free shipping on orders over $50. Thanks for watching. See you soon.